Hello everyone, wherever you are and whenever you are. We're on the play here, this first game in this competitive Legacy League. So this is the deck that I took to SCG Syracuse. If you want to go ahead and watch Fencer's Journal, episode 4, entry 4, whatever I called them, you can go ahead and look at the deck there. So basically a bug deck, just kind of looking to abuse cards like Trinity Nemesis, Leovold, and Baleful Strix. We play this Singleton Unearth, just to kind of get there, I guess, for lack of a better term. So I think we'll go ahead and just keep this, although if they Wasteland us, we're in a, actually, you know what, we're in a mulligan. I think if they Wasteland us, we're in a, potentially a World of Hurt. Yeah, we'll take a mulligan. Alright, so, still one land, not great, but we'll keep this one. I think that can go to the bottom. So again, I apologize. I do have a bit of a head cold here, so I probably sound a little weird. Let's go ahead and see if we can set up a couple land drops. Alright, why don't we go underground sea, ponder, draw the Misty. No. And we'll see what we're up against. City of Shreers. Okay. This is a Chalice. We will definitely be forcing it. Okay. Against Chalice of the Void. Let's see. We just want to get a clock in play. Or do we want to cantrip first? I guess we'll cantrip. Noble seems pretty decent here. Just to kind of get us another mana going. So let me go ahead and put back. I guess it doesn't really matter. We're just going to draw Noble and shuffle it. So I guess we got to get a green here. So how about a Bayou? Or do we just want an underground? Nope, can't do it. I'm going to see. Go for the Bayou. Unlock our colors. Get this down. And just play Trinity Nemesis next turn, I guess, and hope that's good enough to get there. See what variety of nonsense our opponent's on here. Okay, that variety of nonsense. Okay. It's on, I suppose. I think we do play 4 basics in this deck, though, so it's not too bad. It's not great, though. Okay. Want to cast a Brainstorm first for combat? Yeah, might as well. Force. Oh, let me put back Unearth, put back Strix. Go ahead and attack, and hopefully this can just get there. Opponent's going to be forced to continue to attack past us here. Although I don't know if we can race this, really. Hardcast, City and Spirit Guide, yeah, I think that's fine. I mean, we gotta save this for something completely gross. Alright, actually, you know what? Maybe we need some blockers here. Because, yeah, we're not going to be able to erase this. Patronus Sphere. I don't feel like that's a huge deal, but I guess we'll just force it. Let's see where else he goes here. So unfortunately, our Goyf is going to be tied up for the foreseeable future. We do have a couple more. Let's see. Guess we can cycle this, yeah. So why don't we go ahead and do that now. Okay. Guess we will just continue our current course here. Yeah, I think our basics are we have 1 forest, 1 swamp, and 2 islands, so alright. So unfortunately our opponent is going to be able to get to the point where they can just overwhelm our board state as it is until we can get another reliable blocker. We're going to have to come up with something pretty quick here. Ironically, I think if this was the Eldrazi version of Stompy, we would have been actually in a relatively good spot with those true name Nemesis. Okay. So we are getting close to the point where they might just be able to burn us out with this thing, yeah. Okay. So I can't see 2 damage to each opponent, so I think we need to force that, unfortunately. Let's see. So our opponent's gonna... No. We're just gonna do this. Okay, so there's another Goyf, but unfortunately we can't cast it. Let's put those 2 back. We'll just roll the dice here, see if we live one more turn. Unfortunately, if they just get like a Chandra or something, we're just gonna be done. Oh my. Madness continues. Didn't realize how wide this deck goes. So unfortunately, it's probably too little, too late. What's the flip condition in this? Okay, yeah, I am double blood mooned. Alright, so I guess what they just got it here. Tapped and attacking, yeah. Okay. Alright. So I think we have some decent some decent sideboard options in this matchup. So I'm going to bring in the Deluge and the Casualties. I'm going to bring in the Mox Diamonds here as well, just to kind of play as a colored source if we get underneath that. I think we can cut the Unearth here. Hierarch seems pretty good. Baleful Strix doesn't see Leovold, probably really difficult to cast here. He's probably kind of just a beater. Let's see. I feel like we need Force to take care of the chalices. Maybe we can cut a couple. Cut one Leo. So Light and Shadow doesn't seem great. Jitte actually seems pretty good. What do we cut for Jitte? Cut a Strix. I don't know if cutting Force of Will is good in this matchup or not. If you have an idea on that, feel free to go ahead and let me know. So I think I'm going to cut well, hold on. Maybe we'll bring the Strix back in and cut one Wasteland instead. I don't want to cut too many lands because we're bringing in the Mox Diamonds, but at the same time, they're going to be playing, we have soul lands, I guess. Alright, we'll just submit like this. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so we have some basics. We do have a Force. We have a Noble. I guess we'll go ahead and keep this. We can play a turn 2 True Name. Would have definitely preferred to have some more, I guess, to have a basic to cast the Noble Hierarch off of, but that's okay, we'll make do. I'd really like to also play Hymn to Turok in this deck. Alright, I don't think we force that. Turn 1 Legion War Boss is pretty obnoxious. But I think I care more about Blood Moon. Since our plan is to go turn 2 True Name, we can just kind of start blocking. So alright, so I guess we gotta play this. Fetch an island. There we go. I choose this guy. Or gal. Guy or gal. This person is the chosen player for my True Name Nemesis. Alright. So let's see what this is. Alright, so there goes to flip 2 mana for their City of Traders. So that's gone. This is Chandra. Let's see, forced real quick. Chalice of the Void on 2. So that's obnoxious, but we have Abrupt Decay. Let's take care of that. Yeah, I think that's okay. Opponent's giving us a lot of time here. Basic. That is sweet. So I think we'll go shields down here for a turn and play the Jace. And I guess we're priced into bouncing this now. So let's see, if I Brainstorm, he attacks with 3. He's able to get in. Yep, if they have to spend their whole turn replaying that Mentor, I think that's fine. And if it's not fine, then we'll just get super punished, and we'll learn a lesson. This is Legacy, and we're new. So, all right. So they do have the mana. All right. As predicted, they replay the War Boss. All right. Yep. Both the Jace. So go ahead and block one of those Gabos. We'll see if we can. Okay. Well, there's a Mox Diamond. So let's start with a Brainstorm. Alternatively, if we wanted to keep our Jace around, we could +2 on ourselves. So as of right now, we're definitely losing the Jace next turn. So let's see, what do we gain from... you know what? Yeah, we're going to Wasteland on the bottom. And we will play a Mox, discard a land, and then play a land. And then I think we'll just sit here for a minute or two. I mean, they're not putting a whole lot of pressure on us, and we now have this hard cast Force of Will. So we'll just go ahead and sit here and see what they do. Alright, so let's see how our opponent wants to attack here. Two? Alright. So just go ahead and block one. I'd love to draw that Jitte. We have those Abrupt Decays, you know, so I think we're in a decent spot. Blood Moon's not too frightening at this point. I'm gonna force that though. Second Mox Diamond, not super great. So I think now we're gonna Brainstorm. Okay. So can't use the Baleful Strix. So let's put back Mox and Strix. Add green. Play this. Play the Verdant. And pass the turn here. So on our opponent's end step, we'll go ahead and fetch out our forest. This is Chandra. Hazaret. Okay. So I guess we're looking for... The card we're looking for now is... Jace. Everybody piling on Jace. Okay. So, we can essentially wrath our own board. Have our Jace survive. I'm not too worried about Blood Moon at this point. So why don't we try and get one more Brainstorm out of our Jace. Go ahead and grab our forest here. Wow, that was unfortunate. Very unfortunate. He's looking for Toxic Deluge. It's a card that we really want. And there is a Toxic Deluge. So I guess we'll get in Deluge 4. Put back this and hold on. Brainstorm lock's not good, not great. Put back this and this. Attack. Deluge. So we'll kill this, right? It's -X, and it's got 4. Okay, so let's do that. So we get to keep Jace for now. Let's see where this goes. Sure. Once again, don't really care about that. This Brainstorm. There's the Abrupt Decay. Alright, so I think we'll go ahead and put back. Let's see, what do I want to do to this turn? I think I want to deploy the Strix. So why don't we put back Brainstorm. Alright, so I can't do everything that I want to do. So let's put back Brainstorm. Put back Mox Diamond. And then if we Abrupt Decay, black and green, the Chalice. Yeah, alright, so we'll put these two back. We will Abrupt Decay, the Chalice, green and black. And we'll play the Strix. We'll draw our Mox Diamond. Oh, look at that. We can actually do everything that we want to do. Discard that. Alright, so we're hanging in there. I feel like our opponent's top decks are pretty good, though. Alright. Those all seem pretty good. I think I'm going to play that Goyf. So why don't we put back the Sylvan, put back Marsh Casualties, Fate Seal our opponent. Nope, can have that. Alright. I don't think they really play any fetch lands either, so I don't think they have a way to thwart our Jace pluses. we're certainly not out of this yet. Yeah. 2 to each opponent, 2 to each opponent, and I can't see what the last... Okay, so he's doming us for a bunch of damage, as is expected. We know the opponent's other card in hand is Blood Moon. Alright, so why don't we... choose this opponent. This, and black. Just get rid of that blocker. Get in with the Goyf. And, yeah, that needs to go to the bottom. Or else we just die immediately. We're going to keep back the Strix, of course. Sure. Keep back the Strix for some reason. I guess. In case they get a hasty threat and Snaring Bridge. Yeah, I guess that's got to go on the bottom. Put down the Sylvan. And in just a couple more turns, our opponent should be on the ropes here. Sure. Might as well. Choose 2 cards in your hand, draw on this turn. Put back. Put back. Put back. To be honest, I don't even think I'm going to cast this Ponder. So we are quite low on clock, however. Okay. So, I guess this configuration is probably alright. I don't really like I know we want removal for those goblins, but I don't like Edict, of course, because they make tokens. We got to cast both of our sweepers, and they both seemed good that game. That fiery confluence or whatever it was, that card does seem difficult to beat. Kind of like the idea of gaining life, but I really don't think the sword is that good. It does provide a clock, however. Jitte gains life as well. It's not nearly as clunky, and they have that, and they can just shatter with that card. So I think we'll just run it back like this. Mox Diamond was coming clutch last game. At least it felt that way. So sorry, I'm not a bit more animated here. So this head cold is really just got me down. But feels good. Feels good to be playing some Magic again, recording some videos. So I hope you all can enjoy this here. And again, please feel free to let me know what you think of like the sideboarding and stuff like that. I know this deck isn't exactly mainstream or anything like that. It's just kind of a pile, but at the same time, I'm more than open to hearing other people's suggestions and things like that. Because I'm really just trying to break into Legacy here, and it's a really fun format. So if you can look at something and say, "Now, why the heck did you do that? You should do this instead." I'd love to talk about it. I know one of the things I was doing when I was playing some practice games before SCG Syracuse was, I think, someone pointed out to me that I was cutting Strix too much. I felt like I was undervaluing the card a bit, so I've tried to keep more of those in. on a game-to-game basis. So we'll have to see if we can luck out. You know what, maybe I do want more of these forces, especially on the draw. Now that I come to think of it. So I bring in 2 force and cut, what, a Thoughtseize? And, a Jitte. Alright. Oops. Last minute decision there. Got the 61 card special here by accident, but oh well. So we have a lot of fetch lands. We can get our basics. We can counter a turn 1 nasty thing. I think this is a keep. We just gotta not get Blood Mooned until we can get some of our lands in play. I always really like the little reflection in the art of the Chrome box. I think that's pretty cool. So a nice little touch. Reminds me of like an MC Escher drawing. Alright, so there's the moon. That's gotta go. Brainstorm. Okay. So we can get forest with this, we can get swamp with this. So we'll put this down with the intention to grab an island, and I think we'll just pass with Brainstorm up. So our hand is really slow and doesn't do a whole lot. He's going to go for another Blood Moon. Trinisphere. So I guess we'll Brainstorm while we can. Get some cards here. I don't think we want this Jitte right now. We certainly don't want this Underground Sea. But we'll go ahead and well, I guess we'll go to cast a Thoughtseize next turn, will we? We're kind of stuck with to an extent. Okay. Play this out. Should have played out the other land, I guess. Well, just hopefully they don't have a Blood Moon effect. And if this is a Chandra, we're also pretty toast. Chalice for 2. Okay. Alright, so I think we gotta find out what's going on over there. So why don't we go ahead and grab our forest, grab our swamp, and choose this player. A nice 3-mana Thoughtseize. Oh, wow, they have just stone cold nothing. Okay. We don't really have anything going on either, but we can play a nice 3-mana Ponder on our turn, and then hopefully just find a threat. And start to do something. So whatever we're going to do, we're going to have to do it quick. So I'm down to 7 minutes on the clock, because I'm nice and slow, especially when it comes to cantripping here. Excited to use this Jitte, though. I'll tell you what, Trina Nemesis off the top, but just that'd cure what ails you right there. Play and equip this next turn. Oh yeah. I think we still have 2 of those in the deck. Ooh, a trophy. Okay, can't cast that yet because of the other thing there, but good to know. So let's ponder. That's a... Well, do we keep the Wasteland and waste their tomb? Or is that too greedy? Because if we do that, we have to play the Wasteland, then we have to draw another land that's not good. I think I'm going to waste it. They do have red mana, though, because of the... I'm not sure exactly what I was thinking. I think we need to find a threat. So we're going to shuffle and draw. Okay, not a threat, but... The race is on here. Oh. Maybe we should have wasted the tomb. Oh. Yeah, it's okay. Mox Diamond, huh? Well, let's see. Why don't we... Well, I guess we have to pay for the Mox Diamond, so I won't play that. I think we'll just hold it in our hand for a turn. We can Thoughtseize them again. We know that they have Chrome Mox and a mystery card in hand, so if they played out at Lotus Petal, they probably have a plan for that, so let's do this again. Another Chrome Mox, okay. Okay, yeah, also, this, don't play the Jitte yet. Okay, there's a Strix. So that thing is going to prove to be a little more obnoxious than... Oh, hold on, don't do that either. We need a land. Alright. So that Chalice is a little more obnoxious than we had thought. We took out our Leovolds. So we're basically looking for a true name Nemesis. Yep. Oof. Alright, excellent. So let's put back... I want both of those. But I can't get them, I suppose, huh? So let's put back... Island... Marsh. Draw the true name. And our opponent... Ooh, that's yucky. That's actually real bad. Well, we do have that Marsh Casualties coming up. We can Deluge next turn. It's going to be close, though. We're going to take a lot of damage. Okay. So there's the Chrome Mox. Alright, opponent gets a 1/1. Let's see how they want to attack here. Alright, so we'll take 2. Oh, we can't cast this. Now, the kicker on that, does that Abrupt Decay? Does the kicker... I don't know if this changes the converted mana cost or not, but we're just going to try it. Nope, okay. Alright, so we're just dead then. That's too bad. But we had to test it. Chalice on 2, doing some work. Second monkey. Alright. So they swing with everything, and there's just no way they don't kill us this turn. So, that was too bad. Close game. Chalice just absolutely working overtime there. I guess I didn't even realize. Giving us another turn. That's interesting. Snapcaster can snap Ponder, but not really, because it takes all of our mana. So, yep, I guess that's that. So, close game. They were able to hinder our mana enough to get there, just like their deck. Like, you know, they can get those explosive draws with their lock pieces, and we just couldn't draw our Abrupt Decay to get through the chalice there. We did draw the True Name, which was great, of course. Yeah, I guess that needed to be what's it called? Instead. So, you know, that's interesting how Trinisphere, as long as Trinisphere is untapped, each spell that would cost less than 3 mana costs 3 mana to cast. Each spell that would cost less than 3 mana. Interesting. But pay an additional 3. Okay, so I guess it's just since it's part of the cost, since you're paying 5, it gets around the Trinisphere, but the CMC is still 2. So the Chalice gets it. So it definitely makes sense. And I didn't think it would work, but again, had to go for it. So our opponent probably felt pretty good looking at our hand here with all this stuff stuck in it here at the end of the game. And even the Trinisphere, which wasn't too big of a deal in the beginning, it slowed us down, yeah, but the real turn was right here. I mean, if we would have been able to snap and ponder, I guess I can't do that, but if we would have been able to snap the ponder with Brainstorm and dig on that turn, you know, we would have still had 3 mana to work with to try and find something to help us out there. But there weren't too many draws left in the deck at that point. I mean, we'd have to, even if we did draw the Toxic Deluge, we'd have to play it, go down to 1, and then of course our True Name would be gone, and our hand would still be pretty locked out. So right now the deck's running a 3-2 split of Assassin's Trophy, favoring the Trophy, because Trophy was super good for me. When I was in the Syracuse event, even though I obviously didn't perform all that great overall, the card just felt super powerful. Being able to just blow up anything you want, pretty much, is pretty huge. So either way, that was a good game. And game, yeah, even though this deck is like a prison deck, you know, and it's trying to cheese you out. Like, I still felt like I had, because of the tools that are in this format, you know, like Force of Will and others. I just felt like I had more agency in the game, and so it didn't feel just like, okay, well, yep, they got there. You know, the free win red deck that exists in Modern, like, oh my gosh, just stop. But anyway, here we go. Thanks for watching. So we're back at it, and more games to come.